How do we intro this? Hey, what's up? Immediate WandaVision season finale speculation slash whatever. Let's do a spoiler warning right now. If you haven't watched WandaVision, don't watch this, because we're literally fresh off of seeing the final episode. So it was really, I mean, I'd like to, before we get into the final episode, just talk about how this is I respect Marvel Studios, I respect Disney, and if I could just give, like, because I was gonna make a video solo talking about WandaVision and just talking about how the show was, it's spoiler free. Maybe I'll still make that. I don't think I will, because now that we're here, we might be talking for like X amount of hours or minutes. Maybe this is a short video. It could be a short podcast. We could do a short one. I don't mind that. Maybe something that's more consumable, more digestible.
Yummy.
Season though, well done. Well done, Disney Plus. I thought this would be an app that I would turn off after a few months.
After The Mandalorian was done.
I very much am in the headspace that the only apps I really need are Disney Plus now, Netflix, maybe Hulu. I don't really need Hulu that often.
What about Paramount Plus? That just came out today.
I can wait. I can wait until they get some really, really big things or whatever, or I'm not sure. Paramount, that's just basically Viacom, the app. So, but yeah. But yeah, what's up, y'all? I guess this is a new podcast. Welcome to me and Paul having dialogue about things. Also, I haven't uploaded in a week, so welcome back to me making content. Last season finale, WandaVision, episode 9. I believe we get an episode of background stuff next week. That's technically going to be episode 10.
No, next week is. I think we're going right into Captain Falcon.
There's a break. Captain Falcon. There's a break. I watch Emergency Awesome. He says that for this show, because the same thing happened on Mandalorian, they give you a behind the scenes thing for the 10 thing, or for Mandalorian it's different, longer, more. I think there's more episodes of Mandalorian, but he's the guy that I watch Emergency Awesome. I'm sure you watch him too. I don't know his real name, but he said next week is like a whole deep dive background into the whole production of the show. And then Winter Soldier and the Falcon is the following week, which I'm ready to jump right back in. Hey, WandaVision was heat, boy.
It's I wasn't enjoying it I can't lie to you. I wasn't enjoying it at first.
Nobody was. The first 3 episodes.
I was like, okay. Get to where I needed to go. And then episode 4 started. I was like, I'm back.
Yeah, no, that was well done. I genuinely did not think it was. I don't think. You know what it is? I don't think I cared enough about Wanda or Vision. I like Vision. I knew Wanda, but I'm aware of who she is. I've seen her. I've watched plenty of Marvel related things. I've seen comics. I've read comics. I've also I'm not super deep into the X-Men lore, but I know. That's obviously Magneto's daughter and Pietro is her brother and all this jazz. I know this stuff from just being a kid who's grown up in the 90s. But the way they did this, man, Disney on their stuff. Yo, Disney, I'm trying to get into. Can I be in the background? I want to be in one of these shows.
JD for Miles Morales. Let's get it.
That will never happen. I'm way too old. But
time skip happened. He could be old.
No, thank you. I appreciate that positive type of outlook, but
you could be Blue Marvel. He's like the Superman.
He's too old. I'm too young for that.
Damn it.
I could be Static.
You could be Patriot.
Listen, I will
take Avenger.
Make up a character. You want to put me on the Wakanda show? I told my agents, I was like, yo, can I just get an audition? But you know what? I'm about to get back into acting classes so I can get and I'm gonna start I don't know. I got to get buffer too. I mean, I'm in pretty good shape, but I got to get.
You got gains though.
I got gains. I've been working, but you can't tell I'm under my sweater. All right, we're dawdling, Paul. Let's just. How did you feel the whole series? I'd give it an A plus so far.
It's an A. It was an A.
Yeah.
Okay. It started off as a solid C. I was like, I can skip this, and then we got to 4. I was like, this is what I wanted. Okay, give me more Jimmy Woo. Give me more.
Let's take out what we wanted from it. I think the first 3 episodes, boring or not, are good for what it was to set up the show. Like what are you gonna do in the sense of if they immediately threw you into episode 4? It would kind of just be like, oh, it's just immediately a Marvel show. I liked the first 3 episodes because of the fact that it gave a foundation of, okay, so we're in these weird different time frames with Wanda. We got the 60s, we got the 70s, we got the 80s, we got the 90s. I enjoyed that build up, and I'm glad they got it done in 3 episodes. I'm glad they were like, all right, 3 episodes in, here we go. You all can now have your Marvel Cinematic Universe that you're dying to get into. I think it was well put together, and I loved all the references from the TV shows and the commercials that they did that have the secret meanings. Yeah. All of it was real. It was, I think, to make a show, not necessarily make a show up. Obviously, they pulled references from like the House of M comics, and they also pulled references
the Vision comic.
Yeah, I think it was well done, and that season finale, though, that's what I like.
It turned into straight up Naruto at some point. I'm just like,
what do you mean?
Genjutsu.
Oh yeah,
a Genjutsu and a Genjutsu.
Oh yeah,
I overpower your Genjutsu. Genjutsu.
She's absolutely the Itachi of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
She Itachi'd her, man.
I was gonna say, on a power level scale, I was literally about to ask you this before we started this. What do you compare her to? Is she stronger than like Jean Grey's Phoenix, or is she comparable?
Well, their power structure is completely different. Mm-hmm. Like Jean Grey is just powerful as hell just to be powerful, but Wanda's power is she can literally change everything if she wanted to. She's like God status, low key.
It's definitely. I think she definitely not necessarily trumps certain characters, because it's kind of like picking and choosing and picking. It's kind of like having a weird conversation, like who's better, Mike Tyson or Michael Jordan. It's like they play different sports, but she definitely has the trump card of just changing the concept of reality and being a Nexus being, which means that she can basically transfer the same version of herself across multiple realities, hence spoilers, Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange. And if you did watch the newest episode, again, spoiler warning,
there's 2 post-credit scenes.
2 post-credits, they'll figure it out. But not just that, it's the fact that when I think Agnes or whatever, Agatha Harkness, there's no way y'all don't know about this if you haven't. There's been so many spoilers.
We told you spoilers.
It's not even about us. I'm just saying, I've been watching spoiler content for the last like 3 weeks. I watched like Screen Crush, Screen Rant, Emergency Awesome.
New Rockstars is my dude.
New Rockstars. They used to be called New Media Rockstars, but yeah. I've been watching all those. There's no way you don't accidentally come across like 70 Mr. Sunday movies. There's no way you don't come across like 120 Easter eggs in this episode
that you missed in this episode.
But when Agatha Harkness said, "You are stronger than Sorcerer Supreme," I was like, yo. First off, I was like, okay, we gonna get a little Doctor Strange in this?
I was waiting for him to show up. I was waiting for him.
I was waiting for Doctor Strange, Ultron, I don't know who else.
Where did White Vision go?
No. Where did Vision go? So
he's White Vision.
He's obviously White Vision, but he got his memories back though.
Yeah. He Itachi'd him again.
But technically that's not a new Vision. That is Vision's original body. And if I also watched I think it's Screen Rant did oh my god, they do so many Easter eggs, but they did a video where they said if you're really considering who Vision is, he's not just a Mind Stone. Remember they have that scene from I think Age of Ultron where what's his name is Hulk. What's his real name? Sorry, I should know this.
Bruce Banner.
Bruce Banner. I'm about to say Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller.
Bruce Banner says you're a culmination of me, Tony, Jarvis, Ultron, the Mind Stone. He's like, there's so many other components to you. But yeah, we don't have to. I feel like whenever we do reviews, we go through exactly what happened in the episode. We'll just touch on different parts of it, but we don't have to do it in a specific order. If you watched it, great. If you haven't watched it, spoilers ahead. Don't watch it. You know, I enjoyed coming to terms with Wanda understanding her power to like a certain degree, because she's very much like in the MCU, because we haven't gotten to this in the MCU because it's been owned by Fox for so long. She's very much like the Jean Grey for right now. Like, in the sense of, I'm not aware that I'm so powerful. I'm trying to learn, you know, I have to learn on the fly. This lady by trying to steal my dormant powers, made them fluctuate and become something new. She got that dope ass that outfit was fire.
She got her comic outfit.
She got the comic outfit,
which is cool. But like, there's a big parallel between what I'm seeing between Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange, like reading forbidden books that they're not ready to read yet.
Yeah,
in order to, so like that ending credit scene is what I think is happening. It's like she's reading that what is it called? The Demon Hold or something?
The Dark Hold. And I learned about that through a lot of different videos over the last few weeks. Just every time I finish an episode, I would watch someone explain what happened and what they are possibly referencing. These dudes were spoiling it so long ago. They were like, "Oh, Mephisto? Oh, Nightmare? Oh, is that the Dark Hold? I think that's the Dark Hold." Like they knew so far back. And yeah, basically the Darkhold is like it's a book of magic. I don't want to butcher this, but it's like a book of magic or magic spells, all that stuff, similar to when Doctor Strange was reading ahead and he shouldn't have been, because he, you know, it's like almost forbidden to read, like how she mentioned chaos magic. Yeah, but should we just talk about the end credit scene, or should we talk about everything that happened? Not everything. Monica Rambeau had some dope moments.
Yeah,
it was
wanted
great.
Her to do work though. I wanted her to do so much work, but they're setting it up.
Oh, she's finna get busy.
Captain Marvel 2,
boy,
they set that up. Your boy in the sky wants you. I was like, oh, Nick Fury.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. At first I was like, boy in the sky, but then I was like, oh, it's a Skrull. So yeah. Yeah.
So because it takes place before Spider-Man.
Yeah, it takes place before Homecoming. So by the time Homecoming ends and Nick Fury's on that fake beach up in the space station, Monica Rambeau is probably out there fighting crime in space, maybe, or chasing down Carol Danvers. Is that her name? How you say it?
Yeah,
I'm about to call her Dorothy Dandridge.
You're just off with names tonight, huh? Dorothy Dandridge, Ben Stiller.
It's all my favorite actors. But yeah, I enjoyed this because if y'all have been watching since the beginning, you know that Wanda created this reality, which is basically one of, if not her main power, is the manipulation of realities. Time is a construct. She's a nexus being, meaning she can like travel between different multiverses. And the whole show is about how her grief and her frustration with everything that happened. Pietro died. I watched Civil War the other night. I was like, oh, I forgot they put her in prison.
Yeah, because they mentioned that in the show with the soap. Soap Lagos for an accident you didn't mean to create.
Oh my! Well,
and then like the water was blood dripping out of the soap.
Oh yeah. Oh you're talking about the paper towel one or the soap? Yeah.
The soap. It was the soap. Lagos soap.
The paper.
That's what she said. The dude in the sky that blew up the building.
Yeah, I remember. But the paper
accidents you didn't mean to creat. Or wait, no,
that was the paper towels. Yeah,
paper towels. Soap was the Hydro soap.
Trust me, every time Strucker. No, that was the watch.
That was the watch.
Listen, I've been watching so many. Every time I get on my Peloton bike for health, I turn on a new Media Rockstars video that's long enough to keep me interested while I'm bike riding.
Ooh, smart.
Yeah, but yeah, as a whole, it was just really well done. It's crazy to see that she is so like, it's crazy that her grief and her pain just constructed this reality where when we learned, are you good? Is Vision at your door?
I saw like a big light just like go past my window, and I was like,
it's a car.
I hope so. We'll see.
I was just gonna say the fact that through her powers, she created a different version of Vision, a Vision that is emanating from the power that she gained from the Mind Stone because of the interaction she had with the Mind Stone, which I love that they set up this backstory, not backstory, but just they finally gave her character more development. It's great that they did that, because you would think that some of these characters would never get that. Like, as soon as Pietro died, I was like, oh, I wonder, I was like, they're gonna probably X Wanda off later, because in my brain I was like, do they even
need her? Because at the time, because I had this conversation with my homie yesterday about like those characters, because I was like, at the time Fox still owned them as characters, but they were still able to use them. But they killed Pietro, so there would be 2 Quicksilvers.
And that's, literally that's the thing. But then they bring back Evan Peters Pietro to give us this.
Turns out to be Ralph.
I know, but Ralph isn't like her husband. Ralph is like,
Ralph's just the dude.
Was he up? Did he not? Were they not up inside of Agatha's house, like in the attic?
They were, but it's really his house. So she put the hex on the beads to make him fast. Got it.
But also, she put the hex on him to make him look like Evan Peters. No, I'm just kidding. But that was a cool random Easter egg. And I know everyone who's in those X-Men movies was hella jelly. Yeah. I know that, I know all them young little kids who are playing the X-Men, no disrespect to them. Those movies are doo-doo butt cheeks. Like,
I didn't even see like majority of them.
Oh my God. Don't even go back and watch like Apocalypse or Phoenix. Ugh.
I didn't see either of those. The last one I saw was Days of Future Past.
That's probably the best last one they've got. And the one
I didn't see Logan either.
You didn't see Logan? Logan was good.
I didn't see Logan.
Logan was just like an homage to everything that Wolverine's done in the FCU. Fox.
Like the old man, like the old man Logan comic. I remember I read that.
It was good.
I'll watch it eventually.
It's just a story of him bonding with X-23. That's all it is.
X-23 can come in now.
They can all come in. Remember when they got acquired? And I feel bad for these kids or for the actors and actresses who play these characters in the newer X-Men movie, because everybody and their mama was like, thank God they gonna reboot X-Men and do it right
again.
and all the actors and actresses were like, they're not gonna recast us, they're gonna keep it going.
Goodbye, Sansa Stark.
I remember, no disrespect, because I think this is my homeboy's sister, but the girl who plays Storm,
Aaliyah.
Yeah. That's my boy's sister, and she was going off on people about, because they were like saying, thank God we finally gonna get a real Storm and a real this and a real that, and I think she was clapping back at like internet trolls. But
no comment.
With that being said, Wiccan, Speed, I loved it. It's crazy.
R.I.P.
Well, is it though? Because they were and that's kind of how it is in the comic. They're kind of conjured of Wanda's own powers.
It like their whole everything is just weird. One part they're part of Master Pandemonium's soul, but it's not really. It's really Mephisto's soul. Mm-hmm. And they disappear, become Mephisto, and then they're back apparently in the future, and they become Speed and Wiccan. Like, okay.
But here's the thing. For the cinematic universe, we gonna bring them back as older characters, because we're gonna do new Young Avengers eventually. Yeah,
they already set it up. Well, because in this they set up the boys, the Wiccan and Speed. I guess the casting got released for what's it called already? Doctor Strange. America Chavez is in that.
Oh well, they said that. They said that during the event.
Yeah, Riri Williams is there.
And well, Ironheart's being made, so
yeah, Kamala Khan is in Captain Marvel 2.
They
apparently.
showed her. So
Miles Morales in Spider-Man 3.
Listen.
Young Avengers.
Listen, you know they're gonna have to. I'm almost positive Miles is being cast right now.
He's probably already. They probably already shot his parts in Spider-Man.
No, if I'm being honest, there's no way they haven't. Like that, you know how they did that trailer when they showed Spider-Man in Civil War.
Yeah,
and everybody was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. Oh my God. Remember?
Boy, I was almost crashed my car. I was driving my car and I saw that. I almost crashed it because I was like, "How did they do it?" Because I was like, I thought Sony was never gonna give, but
never.
Because of the success of Into the Spider-Verse, we got Into the Spider-Verse 2. There's no way. Maybe I don't think we get him in Spider-Man 3. Maybe we get some sort of notion.
I think we do.
You think?
Because they already mentioned him in Homecoming.
I know, and they also had his uncle, the Prowler, aka Donald Glover. I get it.
Like I told you, we said this in the podcast in the past. They set it up perfectly. While Peter was gone, Miles is now age appropriate to be Spider-Man.
Oh, he was gone for the blip. I'm tripping.
Yeah, 5 years. He's gone for 5 years. So during that time,
yeah, definitely.
He could be Spider-Man in Harlem, and since he's black, nobody pays attention to black people. Therefore, he could have been Spider-Man this whole time.
Yo, that's actually very true. If not getting started right now, like in the sense of maybe he was bit and now he's coming into the age where he's a similar age to Tom Holland, like maybe just a year or two younger, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't even think that they could make a dope Spider-Man like duo movie. That'd be fire. But
Spider-Man, they did it in the comics. Let's go. Like,
yeah.
So like in like the alternate universe, there was a comic called Spider-Man where Peter, like Loki, teaches Miles how to be Spider-Man for a bit. But if he was older, it's like Spider-Verse.
Hey, but even in the video game, he got recast to be younger, maybe specifically for this reason. I heard they approached Tom Holland and it didn't work because Tom Holland, I think, wanted real money, and they were like, "Oh, you're not just gonna like do it." He's like, "Hell no, you're not gonna money. He's like, "You're not gonna do that, bruh." I don't even know if that's a real story. I just heard of it, but yeah, Marvel Studio. I got to give credit to Kevin Feige, all these people, because I told you I watched that documentary. I recommend it to everybody if you go on More Lights Going By.
Isn't it? I think it's popped up on my queue, ready to go. The Legends.
No, not Legends. It's Building the Marvel Universe. Please watch that. I recommend it to everybody. It's short. It's like 45 minutes, and it only explains up until like Ultron. It only does that. There's so much more that happens after that, but it's like it's just them creating the inception of the Marvel Universe and everybody taking a swing on it because, you know, at the end of the day, or not the end of the day, but at the beginning of the day, Marvel Studios was an independent studio prior to being acquired by Disney. It was just the comic book company being like, we're going to just try to make movies with the characters we have left because we have a little bit of liquidity and money to throw at this. And they did perfect casting with Iron Man. They got Robert Downey Jr. They got Pete. You know, they actually had to ask for favors. A lot of people turned them down when they showed these scripts. They were like, people were like, you're like an unknown studio. Even though you're a known comic book company, you don't make movies. So a lot of big Hollywood big shots were like, what do y'all know about making movies? Which, boy, come on now. They got the source material. They are the ones who are passionate about it. It's like your boy, what's his name? Finoy? I forget his name, who works for Star Wars now.
Oh, Filoni.
Filoni, excuse me. It's like him with Mandalorian and oh my God, what's the dude's name who also is Favreau. It's just the fact that when you have people who are passionate about the products, you're going to get good product. Like if someone was passionate about X-Men and not just throwing Zack Snyder in there to throw random dark suits on everybody, they could have been really good movies. I enjoyed the first two.
They could have.
And then it got really weird.
Which one was the one with Nightcrawler? That was the second one, right?
Yeah, I think
when he was poofing everywhere.
I think so.
Yeah, it's good. That was a good movie.
And then
I think.
I don't know. I can't remember.
I have to go back and watch them in like 1,000.
And then like when they started doing like the when they recast and they did younger versions of Magneto and what's his name, started to get good again. And but it was like not great. It was starting to get good. Wasn't great.
Yeah, they lost me. They lost me in that movie though, because they did the dumbest thing ever. It still pisses me off to this day.
What's that?
Where they killed the black dude.
Oh my God, the dude who literally cannot die. Yeah.
Right.
You know why they killed him. You know why. Yeah.
I was like, but his power is that he adapts to anything.
Yeah, but he's black.
Oh no! He explodes.
Hey man,
what's going on?
That's Hollywood, baby.
Nobody cares, pays attention. That's why Miles can just be Spider-Man and nobody knows.
I mean, at this point, they literally could throw that in there. Random tidbit, and we're getting off topic. You know that the movie Coming to America, I saw this in a Hollywood Reporter interview, I guess, just recently. The new movie Coming to America, the sequel is coming out. Or it's out.
What's that?
It's out today.
It's out now.
But
it's out now.
No, literally, the Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall are in an interview with the Hollywood Reporter, and they mentioned the fact that Paramount would not allow, or I think it's Paramount, I don't know, whoever produced the movie would not allow them to make the movie without casting a white actor in it. They were like,
wait, what?
Yeah, they were like, the whole cast was like black people, and then they were like, you need to put a white dude in it. And they're like, why? And they're like, it's Hollywood. You can't do a movie without a white person. But
in Africa?
In the original movie. The
original one.
No, not this one. Not the new one. The original one.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
In the original one. Different times. Yeah, early 80s. 88 is when we were born. But, which sounds so far ago. But it's a long time. It was 32 years. We're 32. But they were...
Really?
Yeah, we should be. But according to their story, they were like, yeah, we had to put our friend Louis Anderson in it because Louis Anderson's in the original movie, and they said we casted him because they said we had to have a white dude, and Louis was a funny dude that we knew, so we just like said, hey, you want to be in this movie? And Louis Anderson did like a quote tweet, and he's like, wait, what? he's like y'all didn't hire me because y'all like.
I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you that. That's the scariest Sam Jackson clip ever when he robs the McDougal's or whatever.
Yeah. Back to WandaVision though.
WandaVision.
Let's get to the spoilers. So, Wiccan Speed. I enjoyed seeing them. I enjoyed their little characters being developed. I enjoyed seeing this fake vision that was made of Wanda's pain, strife, and suffering coming to fruition. I love that her and Agatha Harkness had these pretty epic battles. And also White Vision.
Naruto.
For those that don't know. White Vision, aka the Vision that we remember from the X-Men video or from the Avengers video game when we were kids in the arcade.
Yes.
Fought against, I guess, I don't know, regular Vision. But isn't White Vision pre? That's the first one, isn't it?
No. So, wait.
Or that's the one that comes back when they is deconstructed and then reconstructed. That's like it's an old comic similar to what they showed in the show.
Yeah, like he gets blown up, they put him back together, but he doesn't have his memories, so that's why he's white.
Well, no, I was kidding. But yeah, I was just gonna say the battles were dope. They got the budget. Disney is like, yo, we're not gonna hold you on crappy CGI. We're gonna put as much work as possible. You know, some of it definitely looks like strings and green screen, but it's like I don't mind it if it's gonna set up big movies in the future.
But I feel like the fights that were in this movie were on par with a lot of the movies. Like the whole scene of the visions fighting each other in the sky, like phasing through each other, and like, oh, what is happening right now? Like you don't see this. Disney, they just own the world.
They got so much money.
Too much money. Too much.
They're a monopoly, low key. But
don't say that. If they break up Disney, I'll be sad.
Those scenes with Vision the fight scenes were definitely dope. They got the budget to hire legitimate VFX studios, and also the app is not supposed to be anything less than what they produce in theaters. Honestly, that's the whole point. The whole point of their app, similar to Netflix, is we want this to be on par with what you go see in the movie theaters. Luckily, they went in with that, similar to Netflix, Hulu, all these companies that are trying to catch up, Amazon Prime. Are you good?
My Xbox went off and made a very loud noise.
Yeah, that was weird. Because they went in with that perspective, we're getting exactly what they want to give us. Plus, they're definitely not cutting the budget. And in COVID times, you might as well put all the budget into these streaming apps because we're
not going to the movies.
We're not going anywhere. And yeah, the fights were dope. I like the moment where Agatha Harkness saw the runes in the sky and what's her name cast those what's her name Scarlet Witch.
She genjutsu there. It's like I was like, oh, she's missing on purpose. I like the fact that when she was taking her energy, like you saw the fingers started to like get all nasty and decrepit.
Yeah, they were like turning gray. She was turning into like almost Tombstone. I mean, obviously her body was decaying. But I thought that was smart, the way that I mean, I was sitting back thinking that when she said, give me all of your energy, I thought she was doing it because her energy wouldn't have been able to be controlled or contained by Agatha.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna explode.
Yeah, but then when she like tried to zap it and just wouldn't come out, she was just like the one who cast the stones or whatever. One thing I will mention, I didn't like Monica Rambeau getting blasted with a gun.
By who? The ops.
The ops. Mm-hmm.
But instead of being bulletproof, like Luke Cage,
it was phasing
right through. I really wanted her to like just beam somebody with like a power.
Yeah.
Like on accident, Hayward. But Darcy got that. Shout out to Darcy. Wait, did you even see her in this episode?
Yeah, she crashed the car into Hayward's car.
But then she just left, right? Like you didn't see her after that.
No, what's his name? The guy from Get Off the Fresh Off the Boat, Randall Park. He said,
and Young Rock. He's on Young Rock also.
That's cool. He said, he basically said that she doesn't like debriefs, so she bounced. Is she a super something?
No,
she's just friends with Thor's ex, who's gonna become
Thor in
Thunder and Love and Thunder.
Because Thor's technically a title. Yeah, okay. But
okay.
Yeah. But I want to show with Jimmy Woo and Darcy solving crimes. I saw that going on.
Oh yeah.
On the internet. I need an X-File with those two. I need it.
I'm sure something. I mean, I'm sure they're going to involve them a lot more. I didn't think they were going to bring Darcy back for more projects. I thought that was, or excuse me, whatever her name is, I forget his name.
Kat Dennings.
Kat Dennings.
Yeah, I thought she was done it for Thor too.
I mean, I was when I saw her, I was like, isn't she in a movie? I forgot, and I never watched Two Broke Girls.
I never watched Thor 2. I was trying to think about that. I never saw that one.
I skipped it as well.
That's the only one I didn't see.
Me too. It's the only one I skipped, but I've watched a recap of it, so I know what happens. I don't want to sit through
it. let's watch it. Let's watch it.
I'll watch it. You want to watch it together? I'll watch it with you.
Let's watch it and review it and see what happens.
Sure. But yeah, Kat Dennings, she crashed, all that jazz. Randall Park doing it. I don't know. It's Jimmy Woo, whatever his character's name is.
Jimmy Woo.
Monica Rambeau getting. Look, if she got shot once, it would be cool. I didn't like that he unloaded the clip on her.
Yeah.
I was like, why is he still shooting, bro?
Maybe he didn't notice that it phased through her or something. I don't know. But like, I'm mad the kids didn't. I'm mad the kids didn't say, "Yo, we got powers."
What do you mean? They used them.
She did, like when she arrived. They used them after she got shot.
I know. All these movies just gotta shoot a black person.
Just gotta shoot a black person.
Unload the clip. Just unload the whole clip on him.
Danger.
That was unnecessary. Whatever.
Of course, I shoot the black woman the week after Black History Month.
My thing is, but here's the thing that bothers me is the fact that I thought Hayward was always like some sort of extra level bad guy who was just masked as Hayward. That was just a dude. Just a racist white dude.
Yeah.
Just a racist white dude.
I'm gonna create a white vision. Yeah. None colored.
I'm just kidding. Like, no, I'm not kidding about what I was saying about Hayward, but White Vision obviously is a real character. We're not getting into it like that's not a character. We're just making up some sort of. I'm sure there's going to be some like casual fans who are like, White Vision gotta be white.
White Vision gotta be white.
It's like, read the comics, bro.
Kids are always they're trying to cancel Eminem this week. Did you hear?
Oh my God.
Later.
Yeah, I saw it. Well, yeah, it doesn't matter. You're not going to cancel this man for something he's been doing for the last 40 years. Who cares? But listen. Yeah, the show is great, man. The show is amazing. I enjoyed the moment where let's call it, because I learned this in I learned this in New Rockstars. We're gonna call him Scarlet Vision.
Scarlet Vision.
That's what the guy.
Wait, which one is Scarlet Vision? The colored Vision or white?
Stop.
Vision?
It's colored, man. Don't call him colored. Don't do that. Listen,
because TVs used to be black and white, and now that he knows the truth, he's seeing in color.
Scarlet Vision.
Television.
Scarlet Vision is the one that has more vibrance than Hollow Vision. We should call him Hollow Vision for you. But
right.
Scarlet Vision and White Vision. I enjoyed when they had the talk to each other where he's trying to explain to him, if you're me and I'm you, who is who? And they did the whole thing. But I really enjoyed when he did the whole, let me give you back your information. Because technically they did, I guess they kind of, well, first off, they saved Paul Bettany from getting fired. He's got a job.
Yeah, he's got a job.
He's got a job. Clap it up for Paul Bettany. He's got a job for the future. But yeah, where did he go? That was crazy. He gave him all of his visions back. Visions. He gave him all of his memories back. Ultron, how he was constructed, everything that happened to him. I was tripping off of that quick, like fast memory flashback because I was like, dang, this man been through a lot and he ain't even been in
He died four times already.
He died. Yeah, I think it's twice though. He got
3 times technically. He died because the stone got picked off.
Mm-hmm.
No, Wanda kills him. Thanos kills him. He steps outside the barrier, dies, comes back in.
He fell unconscious,
and then he died again at the end of the episode.
He returned back to Wanda. Yeah, he definitely did. That was great though. But if y'all have seen the episode, he immediately goes, "I am Vision," and then
takes off.
And in my brain, I was like, yo, your girl's right. Your girl still needs help. I thought that because I turned my head at that moment and I didn't realize that the Vision who went outside was Scarlet Vision. I thought that was White Vision and he terraformed his colors into himself. I didn't see when he flew up out of the building.
Oh yeah. I thought they were going to merge.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. Everybody was thinking that. But I guess he didn't need to merge because technically he had the body. He was a sentient being. He had the power from the, the propeller or whatever, the drone that they sent in earlier, which is just enough power to get the body online. And then all they needed was, which is weird though, because Wanda went into Sword HQ and I guess maybe she just gave up because she couldn't feel him, but maybe she didn't think, well, you know what? She didn't know how to use her powers. Let's say that. She didn't know how to redistribute her chaos magic into that White Vision's body so that it could be resurrected.
But he was still color when he was on the chopping block.
Yeah, low key. Hey, so who did that paint job? Who did? Hey, somebody.
Hayward
was like, I don't like this.
I don't like this.
I want
make him in my image.
We're so stupid. I liked it though, man. That was dope. In my brain, I'm like, can I go? I need to go read a comic to understand where Vision just ran off to now.
He probably. I'm trying to think where's the only place he could go. Technically, he probably could go back to Wakanda because Shuri was working on trying to back him up.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That was in Infinity War.
Infinity War before Thanos got there. They're trying to work on him. Oh wait, or was it to get the stone out? But maybe she made copies of some stuff.
Who knows? I'm not sure. But
Vision will appear in
the
world of Wakanda.
I don't know. I mean, it's interesting because they could have said Paul Bettany is going to be starring in WandaVision and also, but that would have spoiled it, obviously. If they did that during that explainer during the Disney press, whatever it is, the presser. Yeah.
Because they purposely left things out so it wouldn't be spoiled. Book of Boba Fett wasn't in there because they didn't want to spoil the end of Mandalorian or tell people that Boba Fett was showing up.
Makes sense.
So Disney protecting their own assets, but where is he?
I don't know. We're just gonna have to sit back and wait. They got a lot of content coming, man. I'm excited.
They have this. They have Loki. They have Winter Soldier, Captain Falcon.
They've got Secret Invasion that they're gonna make a series on Disney Plus.
Secret Invasion. They have
Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man 3. Black Widow still needs to come out.
It's crazy that they actually Eternals.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah, that one wrapped, I believe.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I heard that they scrapped Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s canon. And
I heard that too, but I never watched the show, so I couldn't tell you. I think it makes sense because That's when they were like busy trying to push the Inhumans.
And Inhumans was that's the one thing they didn't get right.
Right, because people the Inhumans were only there because they couldn't use the X-Men. And now that the X-Men are here, bye-bye Inhumans.
Maybe they'll bring it back in a different way. I don't know. Speaking of which, random, the fact that we just mentioned Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the girl who plays the main character, she was at the hotel that I took Pilar to this past weekend for her birthday. Like, we ran into her and I guess her like boyfriend like 3 times like at the hotel. And I remember the first time I sat down at the little outdoor restaurant, and we were like 3 or 4 tables away because it was all COVID safe. I looked over. Oh my God, chill out. I looked over and I was like, that's that girl from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The one, and then I told.
Which one was she? Was
main
she
character? Main character.
Okay, the one that gets powers or something.
Yeah, I think her name is Chloe Bennett. That's her real name. But yeah, or I think her real name is Chloe Wang, but I think she changed it to Bennett to probably book more as an actress. But yeah, the one who she's basically like, I don't know, she's some Inhuman character. I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, never watched it.
I watched
the first few episodes and gave up.
It was cool. I watched it for Coulson, and it was pretty good up until season 3 when Ghost Rider came, and then I got over it.
Oh yeah, Ghost Rider was in that.
Yeah, it got weird.
But it wasn't Johnny Blaze. It was the other one.
It was the Latino one from the comics.
Yeah, Robbie.
Yeah, which was also a pretty well done thing. Also, we're 40 minutes in. I don't know if this video chat thing's gonna end. We'll hopefully not. It's better than the one we've used before. But we can kind of get to the end of what we're talking about. Honestly, there's nothing really else to talk about except for
it's damn good.
I was just gonna say except for the ending, but I was also gonna say, Agatha Harkness, for now, because I'm sure she'll come back Yeah, because at a certain point, Wanda she's a mentor to Wanda at a certain point. So I'd say this was kind of like a rough patch beginning, but let's just say she comes back in a movie or whatever it is. Wanda,
Doctor Strange.
I liked it at the end though. Wanda becomes so powerful that she's like, okay, I don't know how to use all my magic, but I do know how to put you on ice. And she just like sent her back into being a person within the realm of the hex and whatnot.
Yeah, but where's she gonna live though?
I don't know, in Ralph's basement.
Where's she gonna live? Where's she gonna eat?
Who knows? I have no idea. But I know that it's I don't know. They'll figure it out. You know how Marvel and Disney works. But let's just talk about the end. So the end is obviously, the cops, the FBI, they come in. And then we got Wanda who has to skedaddle. I thought it was weird that she went through the city to like walk by everybody. I was like, what are you doing with your hoodie on?
Like they didn't know that that's you. I was expecting her to tell everybody she's sorry. But no, she just dips. She talks to Monica. It's like, I'd bring my mom back. She's like, all right, cool. Peace out.
It was I thought her talking to Monica was pointless. And also all I could hear was the Eminem 8 Mile music when she was walking down the street. I do want to
lose yourself in the chaos.
I do want to say, low key, like if I was anyone in that city, like screw her, because she had so many people on standby for so long. People's family members could have starved or died or whatever happened. I don't know. She technically might have killed people. Like,
yeah, but do they ever establish how long it's been?
9 weeks. That's how long I've been watching.
No,
9.
I mean in
I don't know.
Time. Was it like a few days or was it like?
I think it was like max a week. I think it was like max. Oh, well, no, you know what? You could establish it based off of when she went to S.W.O.R.D. because they did say how long ago that was before this started. Somebody,
I'm not gonna go back and do
listen,
that.
we're not doing no. We're not doing no break. We're gonna go watch Emergency Awesome, Screen Rant, Screen Looper. Go watch any of those new rock stars. They'll tell you exactly what it is. But the final scene, she bounces, leaves New Jersey. She goes and builds a house out of nothing in the middle of what looks to be Nova Scotia, probably. Where's she from? What's it
Sokovia.
I'm like Slovakia. Czechoslovakia.
Russia.
So she builds her new crib, and then here's where things get crazy. Well, actually, we talked about. Well, no, I mentioned it, the Sorcerer Supreme stuff, but her powers. So she is starting to understand, if not master them, because it's almost as if Wanda and Scarlet Witch are two separate entities, kind of like Jean Grey and the Phoenix, low key. Now, she took the Darkhold. Weren't there two spoilers? What was the middle one?
The middle one was Nick Fury.
Oh, I forgot about that. Damn, we're skipping.
Rambo.
We're skipping. But yeah, Nick Fury, Monica Rambeau basically gets told, hey, you're coming to space with me for a sequel. That's it.
Yeah, for Captain Marvel 2.
I thought that was weird.
Last Secret Invasion.
I was like, basically the Skrull friends of Nick Fury came down and was like, your boy up in the sky. And what if she was like, God? Like,
God?
What's up, God? But yeah, Monica Rambeau, nice little middle of the trailer teaser for her going to space to work with Nick Fury. And then, like I was saying, the final spoiler is very interesting because you get Wanda, you get her in this house in the middle of Slovakia. I can't say it right. Why can't Sokovia. I can't remember it.
Sokovia Accords.
Sokovia Accords. She's out there. She's making coffee. She drinking coffee or hot cocoa on the porch. And then you got her. This is the part that's crazy because you were asking, wait, what the heck? Right?
Yeah, because I'm confused. It's like, are they working independently of each other, or is she Doctor Stranging and astral projecting and reading at the same time, like a shadow clone jutsu? Goes back to Naruto every time. I'm gonna go with the fact that I think she is getting a hold of her powers a lot quicker than Doctor Strange did, and you can see Wanda just living her life in this like nice little cabin. And then you can also see Scarlet Witch in the back of the house, basically kind of doing what your boy Doctor Strange did in Infinity War when he was trying to like obviously he's not doing this, not the same thing, but the way that he was trying to see all of the timelines,
14,000 inevitabilities or whatever. That's what it felt like to me. I kind of want to go watch it again. But she's back there. She's burning through the Darkhold. She's basically learning everything she needs to know about her newfound power. But also, I don't know if it's an astral projection, or I don't know if it's just like her, because she might just be sharing a body, or excuse me, she might be the host now to the Scarlet Witch in a sense, where she is the chosen one. And the Scarlet Witch is in the back like, oh, y'all finally let me loose? Because that's what Agatha was saying. She was saying, you don't understand what you're doing. Like, because it's very much you're a being of chaos. You are something that cannot be controlled or contained. I tried to contain you, even though my intention's most likely evil. It would be better for someone who's worldly enough to understand what's going on here than to give it to a novice who probably will be consumed by the darkness. So we gotta wait till this Multiverse of Madness movie now.
No, and then before it ends, you hear the boy Billy and Tommy screaming, "Mom, help!" And then it cuts.
But that was actually really cool because we all know she's a Nexus being. We all know that one Scarlet Witch character transpires across all universes, all multiverses. So possibly that Scarlet Witch is hearing "Mom, help" in the sense of, I don't think it was a flashback. I think it was, "Mom, help us in this other dimension where we are," because I think the moment they were created of her own reality driven powers, they're kind of like entities in the world. Also, we never saw them disappear. We did see Vision disappear.
No, you saw them starting to. Well,
you saw the building.
No, like when when she
closed
broke
the door.
when she opened the portal, you saw the kids disappearing just like Vision was.
True, I know. And I know that kids aren't physical beings. I'm just saying, if there are physical versions of them in a different dimension, that's what I'm saying. She's like, yo, I'm gonna pull up in this multiverse,
snatch some damn kids, and then here comes Doctor Strange, be like, yo, what are you doing? You can't do that. Magic battle.
Honestly, think about it though, from the perspective of the rewritten timeline of this story, because technically, Wanda and Pietro are not supposed to have. They're originally Magneto's children. They did rewrite and do a different storyline where they are the son and daughter of these Maximoff parents that they put in the MCU. But the concept is still something that can be crossed over through multiverse, in the sense that Wanda and them are like the same way Billy and whatever his name is. It's like, yeah, you created them in this universe, but they are your kids in a physical sense and somewhere else. Maybe, I don't know.
See, my thing is, I think the subtle way that they could bring in like Magneto and whatnot is that the Maximoffs that were raising Wanda and Pietro were adopted people, like adopted parents.
I believe
it's
that.
like, I was your father the whole time. Magnet powers.
I was here for you. You just didn't know.
Because they're just I guess because in the last one they said that Wanda already had powers because the Stark bomb.
Charles
Tony Stark, just the villain of all of the MCU.
Well, she had powers prior to that, to the bomb landing. I mean, you're talking about basically they're trying to hint at she's a mutant. Like,
right, that's what I'm saying.
Because she is.
Like before the Mind Stone, she had powers.
Oh yeah. No, definitely. Like, because the Mind Stone came to her and did all that jazz and whatnot. Again, very cool stuff. I'm looking forward to the multiverse of madness. But I'm under the impression Wanda probably becomes the enemy of that movie. That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard and seen. And also you can even look at the you know how people do Easter eggs and spoilers. You could look at the Multiverse of Madness logo. It's red and black, just like her outfit. I'm just, I'm reaching. But I think it's possible. I think it's all possible.
Does that come out
next year?
2022.
Supposed to come out this year originally. Everything I pushed.
Yeah.
We get Spider-Man. Okay. We get Spider-Man.
Do we though? Like, do we even care about like Black Widow? I keep forgetting.
Boy, I thought you were about to say that we care about Spider-Man. I was like, if we get a multiverse Spider-Man with all the Tobys.
No.
I was like, I'm about to pull. My thing, Spider-Man. How are they going to force us into theaters though? That's only.
Well, if by that time we'd be injected by that sweet, sweet nectar.
I don't believe in that nectar. I don't know. Listen, I'm not here to put propaganda or political views out there. I just don't believe in a vaccine that was created in 8 months. But all I know is,
give it to me. That's how we're gonna get our powers.
Why don't we just buy it? Why don't we just buy the theater? We could do that.
We could do that, but I'm just saying the powers we were supposed to get on last year. What if the vaccine is what you mean? Our powers.
I got my powers, brother.
I got soul power, brother.
Also, why did I say we could buy the theater like we're balling?
We could buy the theater. Oh, technically we can.
No. AMC has the policy where you can like do $125 to rent out the theater, and
if we all chip in a little bit of money,
we can split.
4 of us chip in 25.
4 or 5. That's about 5. Me, you, Gabe, Dave, Ronnie.
Ronnie,
we know more. Everybody take a corner of the theater. Honestly, if everybody gets tested the day before, I wouldn't mind just like sitting like a few rows away from each other.
No, we sitting together, baby. We sitting together as a family.
I need to shake you. I need to shake you when it's popping.
I need to shake you. But like, after WandaVision and then Captain Falcon next in 2 weeks. It's just like,
stop calling it Captain Falcon.
It's Captain Falcon.
It is Captain Falcon.
It's just like the hype level for like Black Widow is just like tanked. Like, I don't know what they could do to like be on par with WandaVision.
You know what's and sorry,
the expectation is just like the expectation of everything else is so up here.
It's a movie though,
But Black Widow's dead though. Like,
she sure is. I forgot. Oh my god.
She's dead.
Oh my god. I forgot.
That's why I'm just like, why do we care?
Well, you know why we care, because we got to support all our characters, and you know why. We made the Black Widow movie because honestly, she deserves a movie. She does. You know what it is. You know what? That movie is going to be dope because they're going to put characters in that movie that probably tie into other stuff, because you've got her versions of heroes and whatnot, like the Red Bannon and all this. I don't know his name.
The red.
Now,
yeah, but it's just like, unless they retcon it so that she didn't really die when Steve went back to drop off the Soul Stone.
It's a prequel.
She came back.
It's a prequel. It's not after.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, that could be the post-credit scene.
Listen, trust me. All this stuff we're talking out loud, they're thinking about it. They're already working on it, Paul. Don't worry. They're not. They're not tripping. I'm sure Feige is like, oh, we're good. It'll work.
It back. My friend has a theory about it too. He told me, he's like, what if the captain, the Scarlet, what's her name? Black Widow, Scarlet Witch, Black Widow was the sister from the movie because she's blonde in Endgame. I was like, she probably dyed her hair because she still yeah.
Sister from which movie?
Well, in Black Widow.
Wait, who is who and which what?
Okay, so the new sister character they're introducing in Black Widow, somebody said that the Black Widow in Endgame is her in disguise because she's blonde. So I was like, dude, they were on the run for 5 years because of the Sokovia Accords. That's why she's blonde.
Yeah, I get that. Why does that even matter? Who cares? They're not gonna. I don't even think they're gonna tie in anything Endgame related to this movie. I think, honestly, I don't know how they, especially if it was meant to come out a year ago, it probably had timeline stuff that now is convoluted. So it's probably just gonna be a standalone film, kind of like Birds of Prey. Honestly,
I didn't see that.
You don't have to see it to know what it's about. You know what I'm talking about. Girl power, man. Support women. That's all.
I do.
I know you do. I'm just
Wakanda forever.
Everybody go watch Moxie on Netflix. I watched that the other day. It's pretty cool.
What is that?
It's a movie about these like young girls pushing a feminist movement in their school, and it's pretty chill. I liked it. It was cool. It was very much like trying to change the construct of like social norms and high school movies and like dudes who are bullies. It was really weird. No, not weird in a bad way. Like, it was good because I was like, oh man, I don't think I ever would have seen anything like this growing up. Like, where the girl is the main character and it's super cool to like just, support women and also not be a fucking creep, which is like just every dude ever nowadays.
Yeah, so, shout out to the creeps.
No, what? What? No, that's the opposite of what I'm talking about. But yeah, y'all, let us know what you think about WandaVision. This is just a recap of kind of like the full season and what we thought of the last episode. I enjoyed it thoroughly. We're gonna watch Captain Falcon.
Captain Falcon in 2 weeks.
If y'all want, I've been really busy recently with like a lot of auditions, which is great. Haven't booked anything.
Book them jobs.
I hope I do. I'm waiting for them to call me. But if y'all want, because we need to do this more consistently, and I've definitely been dropping the ball and been busy. Maybe we can do a weekly Falcon recap. If you're down, we could do that.
Captain Falcon? Yes.
Come on. Wait, is that the right? No. What does he say? Yeah,
that's Fox. Fox is come on.
Yeah, what does Falcon say? He just says,
show me your moves.
Show me your moves. Let me know what y'all
came out today too, by the way.
Let us know what y'all think. This is definitely a long video. Hopefully y'all sat back and watched it or listened to it to the end. I'm gonna try to edit it real quick and just upload it right now. Probably no intro and outro, just get it going. Thank you though. Subscribe, check out Paul. I'll be streaming soon. Paul will be streaming more, and we'll be back hopefully next week with something to talk about. I mean, there's been a lot of stuff that like I've been busy. Like I saw like Bomb Rush Cyberpunk had a dope new trailer.
Oh, so good.
I know, I'm so excited. A whole bunch of different things, but yeah, let us know what y'all want us to talk about. Also, if anybody is like a trooper and wants to do timestamps in the comments for me about everything we just talked about, that would be amazing, because then I don't have to go through this video again and look it over and figure out the cat. Yeah, she's here. And
my girlfriend.
And figure out where everything belongs. But I'll try my hardest to do that because they have this new option on YouTube for chapters, and it's just like it's beneficial to your content. All right, enough. We will see you on the next one. We're out of here. Peace. Wanda.